after hours and hours of meeting, we were finally able to nail it down to 2 finalists, Lindsay and Veronica.
I'm moving to Sonoma.
The few weeks after we got the call and then having to actually move out to California were kind of crazy.
You're obviously so excited, but you have this limited amount of time to just completely change your life. So immediately started liquidating everything in my house. Empty house. We're ready for Sonoma. Because we're moving to a fully furnished house, and I don't need to bring anything but the clothes on my back and probably a wine glass.
Obviously, I had to quit my job, and everyone was really supportive and excited for me. I packed up my car and my 3 cats and a friend of mine. We went on a 5-day road trip all the way up the coast of California, and then just kind of being able to reflect on coming out here and leaving Texas. It was just a really nice time.
As if moving across the country wasn't enough, my boyfriend at the time was actually planning a proposal. So I get engaged, which is crazy. Emotions are on an all-time high already for moving across, and then all of a sudden I get popped with a rock and it's just out of this world.
The first day of harvest, I definitely woke up feeling like a kid on Christmas morning. I was so excited. I had gotten my vineyard boots that everyone was talking about, and I was ready to, get them dirty and get in the winery and just start working and learning from Dave.
I was so nervous. We're about to be a part of the Murphy-Goode 2021 vintage. It's such an honor. As soon as we saw Dave, all the immediate nerves went away.
One of the first tasks that they gave us was actually, we were learning how to inoculate tanks, which was really, really cool. Learning how to figure out where to put the hoses and how to run the water through the tanks with yeast and other nutrients. After that, they had us starting up on the crush pad, so kind of bringing in all of the grapes from the beginning and sending them into the tanks.
I was really shocked at how it was a choreographed ballet, all of these different trucks coming in with these tons and tons of grapes.
Working at the winery, it's definitely a team sport. It's not just Dave in there, making the wine by himself. They have an entire team of cellar workers, there's an operations manager, they have people in the lab. It's a ton of people that come together to make great wine.
Easily, there's somewhere between 20 to maybe even 75 different people that have a hand in what the bottle is going to taste like, what it's going to look like, how to get the glass, how we're going to bottle it, how we're going to market it, how we're going to sell it. All of these different departments kind of interacting to perfectly craft what the next vintage is going to look like. With A Really Goode Job, we've had the opportunity to rotate around all of the different departments that go into making the bottle. So we started in harvest for about 2 months, and then we tried our hand at direct-to-consumer sales, so working inside tasting rooms, understanding how to interact with customers.
Shadowing the sales team, so we got to go to some different markets and learn how wine is sold in those different markets, and we've done some brand marketing. The job that I am most attracted to is digital marketing because that's my passion outside of wine. So obviously just blending those two things together seemed like a no-brainer to me when I applied and pitched that was my dream job. So it's been really awesome to be able to shadow those people and kind of learn from them.
There's so much story inside of these bottles. Ultimately, for me, what I pitched was really inside the engineering and sustainability, so I'm working with those teams right now, understanding how we can really reduce our carbon footprint and what innovation and technologies we can implement for a future winemaker.
So I set out to want to be in the wine industry because I wanted to be, a diverse voice, a diverse face in the industry. And I have always said, you can't be what you can't see. So winning a really good job and being put on this huge platform where people now are reaching out to me and asking, how can I get into the wine industry? If she can do it, so can I. It's a really rewarding feeling, and just winning a really good job has been such a blessing in that way.
This opportunity and being in a really good job has meant the absolute world. I've always wanted to be inside of the wine industry. I just didn't know how I would fit. And honestly, I thought there was only one job in the wine industry, to be a winemaker, but there's this broad spectrum and there's so many things that you can do. And I am ready for this new passion to turn into a career, and it was kickstarted completely off of this contest.
The Really Good Job campaign has been incredible.
This is a life-changing opportunity. For me, I just felt so lucky to hang out with 17 really thriving people who are really excited and learn about them, and at the same time, we just had a great time together.
This has been amazing, like a vacation, and I am leaving with a smile on my face.
It's been an amazing experience.
It's been a blessing.
I've just been so impressed by this whole week.
I'll remember this for the rest of my life, you know.
Beyond description, really. A lot of what I've seen and experienced has escaped the grasp of language itself.
This was awesome. If anything, I'm walking away as knowing myself more and knowing how to make the world better. Whoa, that was a big line, but it's so true.
I knew it was going to be positive, but it was overwhelming how wonderful it was, and I cherish this memory.
I know that it will stick with all 17 of those final candidates, that it's something that will stick with me for the rest of my life.